welcome to another technical episode brought to you by myself.
It is the day. We have all the cabling here waiting to be installed, and that's about to happen today because I'm expecting the solar panels. So it will be quite a good idea to actually get this done and then plug and play with the solar panels, and let's get the hell out of here. Panels.
The solar panels are here. Now that's what we're talking about. Yay! In all its glory. Hopefully they're not broken in the way. Wish me luck.
To promote airflow underneath my solar panels, I decided to cut some spacers out of PPR plumbing pipe, you know, the green one. I decided to go for 1-inch spacers. And after a couple of hours I decided it was ridiculously boring, so I postponed it for another day and went inside to play some video games.
And this is installation time, so the panels have arrived and I'm just trying to figure out how they are going to be aligned on the top of the hardtop bimini I have. And this is how I presume they're gonna look. 3 panels parallel to each other, right here. That panel laying down there waiting for some hot glue to glue in the spacers, because it's very difficult to install this all on my own. So I had to glue in the spacers after an advice from a technical guy here in the boatyard. The weather is not very promising. They said something about raining at 5 o'clock and it's 2 o'clock already. So I better hurry up and get these holes done, so I can screw in all these screws and nuts and all these locking nuts and everything I'll put up there.
And as you probably know me quite well by now, you would understand why I wouldn't start my installation without designing the system on my computer first. Feel free to pause it and examine it. Additionally, this is the chart I am using to calculate the voltage drop and the size of the cables I need to install for each one of my devices on board. On your right you can see the columns with the amperage and the cable thickness. And on your left you can see the length of the cables and the conversion from the AWG system to the metric system. This sheet has been my right hand through the entirety of the electrics installation. I would grab a screenshot now.
Uses. Was ist das? Oh, this is the SmartShunt. This is it. DC to DC. Oh, the MC4 connectors, of course. Interconnected already. Look at that. Never seen any of those before. This is the chunky beast. AC power. This is pretty heavy for its size. Oh my god. Is it just me or is it too heavy? I mean, just let me know in the comment section. I should create a layout literally on the couch like that. MPPTs, Orion. These things that go on the deck to prevent water ingress. The SmartShunt. It's the time to put the batteries in the compartment that they're going to live in. The problem is that it's pretty tight because I would like to install the peripheral kind of Victron components. I'm not sure about the cabling capability of twisting around this cozy space. I've created an artificial kind of floor for their batteries to sit down. I've bolted down all this construction I've made. So now I need to secure the batteries in case the boat capsizes. It's a stainless steel mount or bracket or whatever it's called. Nope. This is not for you. This is regarding the batteries. Back to the batteries. And then I'll put this to the sides here, for example. and then I will use ratchet belt or whatever that's called.
And while I am in that tight space, why don't you hit that subscribe button? It's just one click away. Come on. Also, please like and share this video if you liked it, of course.
It's been a long day. My father was here. He was here for a couple of days actually, and he helped me out with all this installation of the batteries and the cabling and a little bit of the solar panels. So this is how the place looks like after 2 days of brainstorming and moving stuff from one place to the other. So it's a bit of a chaos right now, and I'm so tired. It's really cold outside. My father just left and I need to sort out this mess before it's too late, and I'm too tired.
And it's about time to see the marvel with your own eyes. As a side note here, I have used marine grade cables and tinned copper lugs that I crimped with a hydraulic crimping tool. Big thanks to Moritz for lending me the tool. So here we are, this is the final setup. Let me show you how it works. Briefly explaining, this is the fuse box with all the incoming current. So the solar panels, those two cables, the small ones, and the bigger one comes from the Orion, from the engine bay. That's outputting current when the starter and the emergency batteries are fully charged. After that, it starts pouring current into these batteries. The way it does it is by coming into this fuse box. All the positives come to the sides where the fuses are, and then there is a negative bus bar on top of that. The positive and the negative goes to Victron links. Victron links basically is two bus bars, one for the minus and the other one for the plus, and all the charges and the discharging happens through that bus bar configuration. There are fuses made by Victron, 4 of them, that connect the bus bar to the loads. So if you follow those two big cables, one of them, the positive one, comes to this switch, so you can control which batteries are connected, either one or two or both or none. Those smaller cables travel from the switch to go to these two blue sea fuse boxes. A bit expensive, but definitely worth it, because the lithium batteries are very, very hungry, and also they can output quite a lot of current, so better safe than sorry. And then those two fuse boxes lead the cables to the positive sides here on both of the batteries. This battery is 100 amps and this one is 200 amps. And then both of the negatives come to the SmartShunt. They're combined onto these lead here, and then the other side doubles the size of the cable and travels all the way to links. This Victron links is also connected to the engine. This small cable powers the SmartShunt and it goes straight onto the bus bars once again. And then the outputs are one for the inverter, goes up, and it's here. This is 95, as thick as my finger. And then this is the inverter. This is a Phoenix inverter. This is a 2000 volt amps, 2000 watts with a peak of 4000 watts. So these are two MPPTs for my double solar array. They are connected in parallel, so if one of them is shaded by any kind of, I don't know, a line or the topping lift, then the other one is still producing power as it should. This one is the right one, and this one is the left one. I know it's counterintuitive, but this is how it works. Above that, I've added two switches, so you can switch them on or switch them off. If by any means any solar panel exceeds the amperage for the cabling, then those two switches will drop and the current will stop. And then, as I explained, those cables come down here, and then they are connected to the fuse box here, which provides power to the Victron Lynx Power In. I tweaked the Lynx Power In, and I will link into the description the video I used to do that to save some money. I'm not sure if the mod I did is safe or not. It works for me so far. There are two more cables that go up. Those two cables go straight to my 12-volt panel, and then there is also an output from my Phoenix inverter that takes this power straight to my 220 volts electrics panel. And as we've discussed before, I used this strapped system to keep the batteries in place, and the whole thing is covered, and the bank works as expected. If you need more information on my setup, just let me know in the comments. I shall see you in the next one. Until then, keep chasing your dreams, one horizon at a time. Go for it. Then if you exceed the anchorage for